just having the memories of when I was first starting playing, picking up an Aviar, picking up a Firebird, and just play 3 or 4 rounds in a day. You know, it's a really awesome feeling to know that I liked Innova as much as I did back then, and then they've expanded and got even better quality products and new discs on the market. The Delta Disc Golf 12. It's really fitting to have Delta and Innova on the same cart because they're basically the 2 best products I believe out there. It's slow and compact. It's got all the bells and whistles you need. All the functionalities translate for me into feeling comfortable, and it's like a caddy. My putting's been great. I think that just reaching for the Aviars, the feel and the flight of them, really make me feel like I can make a lot of putts. That's what I feel like I'm known for, and that's where I feel like I separate myself. I'll start off with my spin putt, grid stamp, no bead Aviar. Glad to have my hands on a disc that I can putt and hyzer and hold the line the entire way. And then I've got 4 big beads. They started off as warm-up putters and practice putters. It feels more comfortable in my hand to have a slightly broken in. The plastic just feels perfect to me. So 2 orange KC Pro big bead Aviars. Those ones are my go-tos right now. And then I've got 2 also KCs. These are white. One of them is actually a big bead. For me, it kind of reminds me of in between a JK and a KC. The big bead, it's a little softer, so it's got the perfect complement of grip and stiffness at the same time. This one's a pretty one, and this is one I reached for since I've switched the last couple months. One of them is strictly for sidearm. Everyone's gonna be pumped about this, but it's the Pro Pig. This one's a factory store stamp. There's a lot of reasons I like this disc. One of them is the grip. So the way the rim shapes really fits my hand for a sidearm approach. So the Pro plastic is really grippy. When it actually lands and stops because it's a little softer. I like a flat to a little concave when it comes to this style of disc. It really allows you to throw that shot and manipulate different angles with the sidearm approach. Aviar X3 is going to be my off the tee approach backhand putter. I can throw it hyzer, have it hyzer out, I can flex it, and so it's overstable for me. I like a semi-overstable off the tee putter. This one is a brand new one, and I've got a broken in one. This one's Star, a little bit more seasoned. I can get a little bit more of a straight flight on it. This one is strictly for backhand, off the tee, and approach shots. Anything basically under 300 feet. We got mid-ranges, or should I say Rocs, because that's all I have. That's the only mid-range I carry. I'll start with the understable. It's an old 11-time, 1999 Bowling Green stamp. The thing that I'm most excited about the Roc is the fact that a Roc, I can throw it out hyzer, let it flip up to flat, turn over, and you're getting like 3 flights out of 1 disc. My straight one is a 10-time, so this thing is not quite as beat up as that one, but this thing is dead money straight. I can throw it hyzer, get it to pop up flat, and even ride a little bit right. So I think that just the way the Roc finishes for me is gonna save me so many strokes in my mid-range game. And then the last one is a Star Roc. The plastic's newer, so it's gonna be a little more overstable. I can flex it, I can hyzer it. I'm gonna start with the Firebirds. I got a big stack of them here. 4 champion and 1 star. A max distance, if I'm throwing a Firebird, it's gonna be 370. For me, a Firebird, most of the time, if I'm throwing backhand, it's gonna end, you know, with the spike. But with a sidearm, I'm landing them flat. I'm turning them over, flexing them, and landing them flat. So I think that the angle depends on what I'm throwing, whether it's a sidearm or a backhand. First one's a metal flake, super flat top, super stiff. I can torque on it, know it's gonna come back, and the wind's not gonna affect it too much. So this is only a backhand disc. So this green one is a flat top, kind of pearly. This one I picked up at the factory when I went there. Similar to the metal flake, it's a type of Firebird that's stiff, consistent, feels really bulky in the hand, and it feels like you know you're gonna get a consistent finish out of this disc every time. This one's backhand, and I'll throw this one sidearm if it needs to be super overstable finish. I've got a nice juicy 11-time. This one is perfectly seasoned. It's gonna be straight, throwing them for, like I said, anything under 330. It's gonna land flat and get a little bit of skip. You can play the skips and how much it skips just by how much you release it out of your hand with angle. Obviously, the more you release it, some discs will go out and just kind of dribble out. The Firebird seems to always skip. It skips really consistently, and I think that's why I have so many of them in my bag. Same kind of deal as the other one. Flat top, 11-time Firebird, pretty beat up, so I can really manipulate the angles. It's really gonna go out and turn even left, the opposite way of most sidearms. And so this disc is really important to me, and really throwing straight shots to even hyzer flip in the woods and tunnel shots. It's really gonna be my go-to disc. So this one is the same way, broken in, flat top Firebird, star, and I'm throwing this for straight shot. This one's gonna go straight with a touch of finish, but it's not really gonna skip as much. I have a stack of TeeBirds. I'll start with my most broken in and beat up. It's 11 time. It's a little dome to it. Hyzer flip to turn over, to hold, and really get that drift, basically for all backhand shots. And I can really throw these things really far. TeeBirds glide forever, and I think that that's why having a fairway driver that glides and turns at the same time, but yet still has a little bit of stability at the end is why I'm so attracted to the TeeBird. And then I've got one of 2 TeeBird 3s in my bag. This thing has a sweet Raptor stamp on it. I got this when I got most of the Raptor destroyers, but this is a Domi Champion TeeBird 3. It has a lot more overstability than the last disc, the 11 time beat up TeeBird. The grip with the dome, for some reason, my fingers fit so perfect in the TeeBird 3, and the flight is even better. So I'm throwing it, maybe 350 to 430, 440. And I got my brand new one. Put this in just a couple days ago. It's got the Raptor stamp as well. It's pretty much the same feel as that last one, slight dome. This one's a little more overstable. Here is my distance drivers. We got, I don't even know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 destroyers and then the lone PD2. This thing's domey, super overstable. I don't know if the metal flake makes it stable, but the dome just fits really nice in the hand. This thing can handle some torque, can handle some wind, and it's really a workhorse. That's my most overstable disc, and then the second one is a domey metal flake destroyer. I throw it out, turn it over, flex it out, and then next thing I know, it's going almost sideways. It's so overstable. So it's good for wind, but this thing is more of like a utility type disc to where it's so overstable, I don't get any glide out of it. But at the same time, that's kind of good because I know it's going to consistently finish, no matter if it's a 50-mile-an-hour headwind, it's going to still finish left. And then I have a Star Destroyer. It's max weight. This thing's not quite as overstable as the blue one. I can get a little bit more carry out of it, but it still has that destroyer fade and stability at the end that I like. This one I just added. I haven't even really thrown it that much, but destroyer pop top, you know exactly what it's going to do right out of the box. This newer one of Star Destroyer, I really like it. This one's got a little bit of glide, so I think that it's useful for me for the long distance shot, maybe 450, 500 feet, and then it's going to come out and fade back and hyzer left. And then I've got a pop top SDS. This thing is great for hyzer flip to flat to turn over and glide. And then I've got my pop top Star Destroyer. This one's actually lighter weight, the 167. I only throw this one sidearm. As soon as I start throwing good sidearms with it, it's my sidearm disc, go-to. If it starts flying good for a backhand or sidearm, I don't want to break it in, a different way, or because it may fly a little different because I have a little more arm speed backhand than I do sidearm. So max distance sidearms and up to 350 to 440. This one's an Avery Destroyer. It's pretty old, pretty seasoned. Yeah, I really like this one. And then now for the grand finale. The Raptor Destroyer. I've had a lot of great reviews on it. Everyone's been talking really highly of it. I appreciate you guys giving the positive feedback. Really glad you like it. It's got that nice pop to it. It's got the nice grip, and it's got the nice glide. I think that it's starting to be the destroyer that goes out, glides, and turns over, and really has that nice finish, and it really lands flat. And so I think that that's kind of what I was hoping for, and that's exactly what they gave me. These are discs that are just for certain scenarios. They're not discs I'm gonna throw every day, and I may go a couple rounds not throwing them. The first one is Star Wraith. I can go out and throw cut rollers with it. If I throw it on, with a little bit of flatness, it'll go out and turn and kind of cut roll. I'm gonna get a lot of distance out of it before it actually curls. I've got 2 Maxes in my bag. This one is a Star Max. This one's my sidearm utility disc. It's a little straighter. It still has that consistent finish. It's a little more broken in than most Star Maxes, so if you see me throw it, it's gonna have a lot more glide. The second one is my backhand Max. This one is for extreme wind conditions. Shots I'm going real high over a tree or something, I just need to spike it in. And then the last one, pretty unique, pretty funny. Champion Monster. This thing is, Drew actually gave me this. For the longest time, I didn't know what it was until actually right before the bag I asked you guys. It was the mystery disc. I just knew that it flew good. That's all I cared about. So yeah, that's the last disc of my lineup, Champion Monster. Having the best disc and having one of if not the best skill sets in the game right now, I think that's a good match. I can play to a new potential that I'd never had before.